Salut! This is Sebastian Bach, and you are coming down with a terminal case of metal sickness. And there's only one cure, and that cure is more cowbell! I just want to put out albums that fit with the other ones that I did and are new. Like I don't like to repeat myself, but I want, if you like the first Skid Row album or Slave to the Grind, I want you to like Give 'Em Hell, because that's the kind of music I make, and that's what I like. And the bands that I look up to are like Rush. They put out albums their whole lives, and they sound like Rush, and I can't wait to get the next one. So that's the way I look at my career. That's it. I was kind of under a deadline. I had to sign a contract with Frontiers Records like 10 years ago. And they keep telling me, you owe us another record. I'm like, I just gave you a fucking record. But I love making records. So I say, oh my God, how am I going to top Kicking and Screaming? Because I thought Kicking and Screaming was a great fucking album. Very proud of it. So I go, oh, I'll never do a better one than that. And I like Give 'Em Hell even more, you know. So I love working with Duff McKagan, Devin Bronson, John Five, Steve Stevens. I love those players.
It's fucking great guitarist.
Yeah, and the song Gun to a Knife Fight is, to me, the heaviest Steve Stevens guitar I've ever heard. I mean, the style, it's like heavy metal.
Yeah,
and to hear him play like that is fucking awesome. Like, every time I listen to it, I laugh because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
I go running, I put it on, I'm like, well, I drink like I fucking, every time I laugh, I go, oh my God, that's fucking heavy. Same with Monkey Business, is Skid Row. If I haven't heard that in a long time, and it comes on the radio or on VH1, I'm always blown away by how fucking heavy Monkey Business is. I'm just like, my God.
Cool.
It just sounds so cool.
Yeah.
It is. In America, I do a lot of television. I was on a show called The Gilmore Girls. I don't know if it's in France, but all over the world.
France,
right? Yeah. And that started with Broadway, when I did Broadway. Yeah. Television people are very impressed with Broadway people. Because on Broadway, you get one shot. Television, you can do it over and over. There's no audience. It's just a guy. Oh, I messed up my words. You're not allowed to mess up your words on Broadway. You get one chance, and it has to be perfect. So after I did 4 Broadway shows, television people were like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, so that's how that happened. They first wanted me to wear a red chiffon girls outfit. I go, I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing it on TV. I'm not wearing that ever. So we went through pictures of Lady Gaga and like her different outfits, right? And I love that song. I love that melody, and I love those words.
Yeah, it's a very good song.
Very, very unique. Very special melody. Very special words. I want your bad romance. I want your love. I don't want to be friends. I want your love. I don't want to be friends. I want your love and I want your revenge.
Yeah.
I want your love and I want your revenge. Like on a girl's exes. You know, those are very heavy lyrics that really relate to the relationship that I'm currently in with Minnie. I want her love very badly. I don't want to be fucking friends. I'm not interested in that. So one thing I've always known how to do is put emotion into my singing. I am very good at that because if I want to, I can fucking cry while I'm singing. I have to pull myself back. Those feelings are right there when I sing. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way it's always been. I remember you 18 in life. That's the way it is. So that song, I just related to in my heart. The day that I sang the song, Lady Gaga went out and wore a Skid Row shirt on her Instagram. And I'll go to her Twitter. All her pictures of my face on her chest. Then the day after I sang it, I get a notification on my phone. Lady Gaga is now following you. I was like, holy shit! Like she's the top person on Twitter with followers, and she follows me. Like, rock on, Lady Gaga. I hope you enjoy my tweets. Yes, but I'm sad that I can't play more in France. I don't understand. Like, I don't book rock concerts. Fans always say on the internet, "Why aren't you coming here?" I go, "I don't know. Why aren't I? You fucking tell me. It's not me. I'll fucking go anywhere." The fans bring the band to the town. The band doesn't call the town and say, "We're coming." It doesn't. It's the opposite. So we just sold that fucker out. It was crammed. It was a great show. So I would like to do that in every city in France. Like we did in Skid Row. We played all over the place in Skid Row. So I would love to play all the time. I could improve my French. Moi, je parle un petit peu de français parce que j'habite dans le Canada depuis quand le petit garçon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like this.
Well, they teach French. Étudier français dans l'école in Canada.
Yeah, I know.
All the little children. In America, they teach Spanish. In Canada, they teach French. There's a reason I act like that on stage. When I see a little child, I want to protect that child, number one. I don't want anybody getting hurt by a drunken fucking idiot, some drunk guy, like some little kid. I can't imagine that. So I'm a big fucking man, right? I want to protect a little girl or a little boy. But the other reason I give them, whenever I see a little kid, I go out, I get my water and I give it to them very gently. Because when I was 11 years old, my dad took me to see Kiss in 1979 at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. And I was in the front row. And when you read my book, you'll understand how important that concert was, because I was such a fan. I don't want to give away shit that's going to be in my book. To make a long story short, my parents divorced when I was 10, and I never. My dad didn't live with us anymore. But then my dad reunited with my mom just to bring me to kiss, because they knew how important that was to me. So the last day on this earth that Sebastian had a mother and a father was at the Kiss concert when I was 11.
Okay.
It was the last day on this earth that I had a family. So imagine how that affects your brain. You wonder why I can put emotion into my singing. It's everything to me. It's my whole life. So at that show, Ace Frehley was drinking. Big surprise. I was in the front row, and I went like this. Ace, Ace. You know, I was crying like a little girl, like watching the Beatles. I was 11. I was so overwhelming that made me who I am. Like the flame columns, I was on my dad's shoulders. He put me on his shoulders. And the flame, I was so close, I could feel the fucking heat. Like it was like I was being baptized by fire. Like no joke. So Ace was right there, and I go, Ace, Ace. And he took a drink, and he fucking gave me his cup. And I had that cup. I couldn't believe it. He saw me, and I was 11 years old. Walked to the front and fucking gave me that cup. And I said in my brain, I go, if I'm ever on a fucking stage and I see a kid, I am going to treat that kid like this. So that's the reason. And I just gave away my whole book. There's that chapter. You don't need to read it now. Fuck. Why do I always do that?